Hi, I'm Tony Mills of www.energetic.wisdom.uk. As a metaphysical teacher and therapist, I help hundreds of people all over the world, each month over Zoom. And together we work on clearing the blocks to creating a happier, healthier life. This month's article is inspired by a common theme in many of my female clients. So I'll write about the metaphysical or spiritual causes of female illnesses. The majority of illnesses in both men and women began at birth and early childhood, partly due to inherent diseases, accidents, beliefs. However, as the majority of my clients are women, a strong pattern of suppression and abuse has emerged as a big factor in women's illnesses. And as the law of attraction explains, there's then a tendency to attract further abuse and suppression in their lives, which, when not addressed in a positive way, eventually manifests as a physical illness. It does happen to men, but not to the same extent. Hyperthyroid is the result of unresolved negative emotions, and it's the body's way of trying to communicate its needs. Now, some examples of trapped emotions within the thyroid are abuse and suppression, creating a strong need to prove oneself and to be a continuous inspiration to others. There is also a tendency to take on other people's burdens and responsibilities. It's easier for women to do this because they're mothers, and which can result in feeling of overwhelm. There's often a strong desire to overachieve, and something has to be done before any impending disaster occurs. As communication has been suppressed, there's a strong desire to get the message over to whoever wants to listen. There's also a tendency to be underweight with hyperthyroidism. Sometimes it can be the other way, mostly underweight. Hypothyroidism, underactive thyroid, is a result of unresolved negative emotions, and it's the body's way of trying to communicate its needs. Some examples of trapped emotions within the thyroid area, the abuse has created the opposite effects of the hyperthyroid type, as there is a stagnation, lethargy, nihilistic feelings. There's a hopelessness and defeatist outlook on life, feeling useless and believing nothing ever works. You see how opposite this is when the others have to achieve? There's a hopelessly stifled feeling resulting in just giving up, a feeling of heaviness and depression with a tendency to put on weight. Now, just follow the link below. Comments are below to read more about the metaphysical or spiritual causes of thyroid problems. Okay, it'll be on my website. Thank you. Now, tied with the thyroid is throat problems. Now, because the child has not been given a voice by others in authority, by those in authority, due to punishment or the threat of punishment, various problems within the throat occur, such as sore throat, tonsillitis, a lump in the throat, laryngitis, stuttering, children refusing to talk, nodules on the thyroid and other thyroid conditions, parathyroid problems relating to calcium metabolism. Again, follow the link in the comment area below to read more about the metaphysical or spiritual causes of throat problems. Now, examples of spiritual or metaphysical root causes of female sexual problems, which is another example here, is sexual abuse, creates guilt and shame that is unfairly handed to those abused, not the abuser. This results in self-hatred and often self-revulsion, with a rejection of the genitals and of themselves. Women are very often made to feel evil for having sexual feelings. Often there's an attraction to inappropriate partners to continuous abuse. This is really the law of attraction. Typically, this creates conditions such as herpes, sexually transmitted diseases, problems around the third and fourth lumbar vertebra, sacrum and pelvic area. The fear associated with abuse and suppression can create problems with the kidneys, which can relate to fear, sexual insecurity and indecision. So follow the link in the comment area below to read more about the metaphysical or spiritual causes of back pain. So another one is the way women are defeminized. Women show up as menstrual problems in this case. Example of negative stored emotions in the body are there is a rejection of femininity with power avoidance and self-disapproval. That's because power has been taken away initially. There's a guilt and fear about sexuality, believing that genitals are sinful and or dirty. Painful periods relate to underlying hatred of themselves and or women and womankind as a whole. They thoroughly dislike their bodies and are deeply angry at themselves. These are all misplaced feelings. You realize that. In effect, no self-acceptance or self-love. Follow the link in the comments below to read more about metaphysical or spiritual causes of menstrual problems. Now, another one that is very important, that I come across a lot now, is endometriosis. And that shows in the body when the following unresolved emotions build up in the body. Rejection of the femininity, together with insecurity and deep disappointment in oneself. However, underneath all this is a raging resentment in the way that they have been treated, which is not expressed. That is a problem, so the body expresses. Made worse by hidden frustration and blame throwing, which ends up turning on oneself. So again, follow the link in the comment area below to read more about the metaphysical or spiritual causes of the problem. So after more than 30 years as a therapist, I have devised my own unique and different ways of assessing thousands of people like you back into alignment. This means that if you choose to work with me by applying dowsing techniques, we will look for the emotional or energetic root cause of your health or well-being challenge. Then together, we'll work on clearing the blockages within your system and bring you back into harmony. You can learn more about my work and book a Zoom with an appointment by visiting my website, www.energetic-wisdom.co.uk. All links also below in the comments area. Thank you for listening. Bye.